Gervonta Davis looks absolutely frightening in camp, delivering a brutal warning before his return and making it obvious he is coming back with some. Nothing about Gervonta Davis looks like a fighter willing to lose. He is pushing beyond the limit, warning everyone that he is coming to destroy them all. After the recent chaos surrounding Tank, a stronger mentality is essential, and Jose Sr. is stepping in with the structure, discipline, and direction he needs.
Hold it for 3 seconds and you blow it all out. You're breathing in new energy, clean energy. You stop, and when you blow it out, all the negative energy that you have or anything that you don't want out.
You're not coming.
Working with Benz, Tank is adding dangerous weapons to his arsenal, upgrading his timing, refining his technique, and building greater consistency.
You guys want to come meet, sign some stuff, always bring a gift.
Yep.
Guess I was born what you couldn't be. That's why you'll never be next to me. All about me when I'm thinking too much. Getting ahead of me. Only I know about my limits. You want to stay in my
Come on, finish strong.
Just wait till it feels screams. You can't take me out.
Muy bien, toda la lesión que está haciendo están perfecta.
Davis looking better than ever, every day that goes by. Motherfucker, stop. Crazy how fast he is. Not only that, he's all strong as fuck. Kudo's gonna have a rude awakening, that's what that's.
Relentless strength training has Tank looking quicker and more confident as he builds serious power, concentration, and conditioning for his hugely
curtains, because I was like nervous type stuff, but now it's like I embrace it because I always dreamed of this. That's why I don't never shy away from it. That's what I'm here to do. You know what I mean? To show out.
He's a solid fighter. It's gonna be great. Come watch the first.
Since the news emerged, the boxing world has been debating Tank's next move and whether he is truly ready for the biggest challenges ahead. Max Kellerman questioned whether this comeback is the right time to even mention Shakur, while his panel argued that Davis's declining career value still leaves him far beneath that level, creating.
But since then, Shakur has ascended and now would seem to offer Tank a bigger reward for the risk than used to be the case. Shakur Tank, is that still the biggest of all the possibilities in and around this weight class? Or has it been supplanted by Shakur and Devin?
Great point. You're right that Shakur has really elevated himself to a point that Tank would probably consider it, especially after the way Tank struggled against Roach. But I still think the biggest fight in this neighborhood is unbelievably the rematch between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. We can't forget that. That fight is the biggest business generator. The first fight was excellent. It has the controversy.
I don't just mean biggest business generator, because Ryan, because he has 10 million plus social media.
Max Kellerman has also questioned the strategy behind Tank's matchmaking and whether his record truly represents elite competition. He argues Davis has often shared the ring with opponents who lacked genuine knockout power, giving Tank more freedom to control battles, dictate the pace, and display his strengths without facing the same level of danger.
A lot of Tank that was the interest in Tank was generated because you know what you see. You know he's a special talent. But the fact is, his resume was highly, let's say, curated.
Come on.
He fought smaller guys who couldn't punch.
Santa Cruz.
Right, exactly.
And knocked them cold out.
Right, knocked them out. The way he did it.
Don't matter. That don't matter? Knocked them cold out.
You a trainer saying that. That's terrible. That is an old trick. That's an old trick promoters use when you want to build up a puncher. You bring a name guy up a division or two who's not a puncher and let the puncher look really good. And even then, he lost some rounds. He was, Rolly is a big puncher, but not the most sophisticated boxer.
I thought we were going to avoid this.
Ryan Garcia made that.
Meanwhile, Mike Coppinger has uncovered a major development surrounding Tank's comeback. His WBA lightweight title has sparked an ordered fight with Floyd Schofield, creating another massive decision for Davis. Coppinger expects the matchup to happen in fall 2026, meaning Tank may have little room to avoid the fight without
eyeing a comeback for the fall and the WBA, the title he has at 135, has ordered him to fight Floyd Schofield.
Ooh,
so they are in
tough
talks.
fight.
They're in talks right now. PBC, who has Tank, and Golden Boy, who promotes Schofield, for a fight in the fall. Now, obviously, Tank has had some legal issues, but I do expect that fight will happen. I don't think Tank's giving up the title. I think it's a hell of a fight. They've been talking on back and forth on social media. We're really tanking Floyd's dad. And Floyd Schofield, I'm impressed by. Young, athletic, he can punch. And he was supposed to fight Shakur Stevenson last year. It never happened.
You know what that Shakur Stevenson proposed fight reminded me of, Malik, was when Lomachenko had lost to Salido in his third pro fight. And he comes back and he fights Gary Russell.
Yes.
Now, Gary Russell Jr. is the best of the Russell family.
While Tank trains under Jose Ben Sr., Billy Haney has fired another attack over his son's future, accusing Davis of blocking bigger opportunities. Haney claims Tank is avoiding potential fight negotiations and refusing to respond, which he sees as an obvious sign of hesitation. His criticism adds another layer of tension around Davis as fans.
I think,
He's lying.
according to this new Twitter thing, I'm not sure.
Ray, go ahead.
Yo, Bill. What's going on, baby?
I heard you, Tim. I heard you call, Cap. Listen, and Tim, listen, we want to make you a believer, and we want to do all that we can do to make these big, bad fights happen. And I think that that's what Devin has shown. You know, on the list, Tank Davis, he sets at probably the number one. I mean, we've been had back and forth. I think that when you talk about him fighting a Jake Paul, if that was realistic, there's no realistic weight that Jake Paul could have ever come down to Devin's walk-around weight. So I consider this as real. Me and Al have had discussions. That's made it even more.
Even after his extended layoff, Tank remains a huge pay-per-view attraction. Keshin Davis has demanded the matchup, but says he has very little respect for Tank, questioning his background and claiming he never faced the kind of adversity that produces true greatness. Keshin also points toward Davis's conduct outside boxing, including personal controversies and
You know what I mean?
I respect it. What do you think he lacks in though? Like, what makes him not good?
I just feel like first of all, like I go off mentalities when I go off a mentality. You know what I mean? He don't have that.
That dog.
He don't have that. And I know Devin since amateurs. Them motherfuckers are having MCM bags before I even knew what the fuck MCM was. That nigga always had it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So he don't got that hunk. Like he just want to be the greatest, but he don't come from the trenches. Like you know what I mean? Like me, I don't want to be the greatest, but I will fuck you up though. You know what I mean? Like it's a difference. You know what I mean? So that's one thing. His mentality is just not on what I'm on. You know what I mean? And as far as like his skills, I feel like he is like one notch under great. He does everything.
When Tank's abilities face serious scrutiny, the criticism becomes even harsher. Keshin sees Davis as well-rounded but lacking one truly elite weapon that separates champions from the very best. By comparison, he considers Haney the more polished fighter, praising his discipline, technique, and overall refinement. That assessment has only fueled the rivalry debate, leaving fans arguing over devastating.
He don't have nothing great in his arsenal. Everything is just, okay, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, which makes him a good fighter. But he's just not fucking with the elites of the elites.
I don't know how to feel about it because I haven't seen respectfully to Devin, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't seen spectacular fights, you know, as it pertains to him. What's one of his best fights? What's a fight where you said, all right, he kind of done something in that one?
Regis.
Okay.
When he fought Regis.
I'm gonna go watch that one then. Maybe I missed something with that one.
He put a belt to Regis.
While Keshin continues pursuing the Tank matchup, Shakur Stevenson remains another major name connected to Davis. However, Stevenson is choosing patience for now. He says Keshin is already negotiating with Tank and jumping in could potentially interfere with those discussions. Instead of forcing anything, Shakur is waiting for clarity, keeping the massive potential showdown alive while Tank's neck
busting his knuckles on sending all these X-posts and going at Shakur Stevenson. We gotta talk about also Shakur Stevenson saying, I'll take the fight. I'll fight Debo. I'll fight the fight. Get my face kicked in.
Yeah, I'll fight him. My face kicked in.
Here's the Tyson man. But the thing is, he says, you know, I'm close. We're close to like getting this fight sealed and everything. It's just the only reason I'm hesitant is because my brother Keyshawn Davis, who I love dearly, is in line to fight him first. So I need his blessings.
You called on something and y'all just fiending for.
The Schofield situation has created another twist in Tank's comeback story. Mike Coer sees the matchup as a major challenge, but Max Kellerman remains skeptical, suggesting Davis could possibly avoid it or even give up the belt. Kellerman also questions the real value of Tank's championships, arguing that collecting titles means little if the resume lacks enough.
It's a really interesting fight because, again,
I don't think that fight happens, by the way.
I don't either.
I don't think Tank wants Schofield.
Why would he?
If you're Tank, we're talking about in the last segment how careful they've been with his career. You want to jump in with a young, hungry, undefeated contender with talent?
That's fair, Max, but I will say is that Tank has shown an affinity for the titles, for whatever that's worth. He has shown an affinity for them. He's been with the WBA and aligned with them for a long time now. So either he's going to fight him or give up the title, I think. And look, I want to see the fight. I do like that fight. Schofield's athletic. He can punch. We saw what Roach did, who's another athletic fighter, against Gervonta.
Gervonta has held belts in multiple divisions. And I want to be very clear for the people who are a little slower catching on. The implicit premise that I have when I say he's held belts but he's never been a champion is that those belts.
Returning to the Tank and Stevenson debate, Sean Porter believes their blockbuster showdown will eventually happen and could reveal a completely different version of Shakur. Porter argues that Stevenson has not yet faced an opponent capable of genuinely testing his ring intelligence. Against Tank, he expects non-stop pressure, smart adjustments, and real danger, forcing Shakur to think quicker, adapt under fire, and perform
we ain't been able to show it because ain't nobody been able to pull it out of him. We looking forward to the big fights. We looking forward to the big matchups because those are the kind of people that's gonna pull it out of him. So with a fight with Shakur, you're gonna see this boxing style that you don't usually get from Tank. You're gonna see IQ. We saw IQ, but to me, it was low IQ because the reason why it was low IQ is because everybody followed the script. And what I mean by that is you see somebody's IQ take place when a fighter makes an adjustment and now you have to adjust to what that fighter is doing. And that's kind of where you see
who's smart,
you know what I mean?
Who get a hold of it.
I think my fight with Terrence shows a very high level of IQ from both of us. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And that's what Tank is gonna do with your.
Timothy Bradley sees a dangerous path to victory for Tank, emphasizing that one tiny mistake from Stevenson could instantly change the entire fight. He believes Davis has the timing, patience, and devastating power to punish even the smallest opening. Bradley expects Tank to stay composed, study Shakur carefully, and patiently wait for his opportunity. One mistake could give Davis the chance to change everything.
He's not, when you put heat on him, he's so damn defensive that he don't throw punches. There's nothing in return. So you're able to mount an attack on him and let your hands go, and you're not going to receive any counter punches coming back. You know, I think Tank sees that. I think Tank knows that. So as long as those counters don't come, Tank's gonna be in there. You know, as long as he's not willing to risk getting caught, Tank's gonna be in the fight. Period. And if he starts moving back on his bicycle and Tank's coming forward, Tank gonna be the aggressor.
To the heated argument, Clarissa Shields ranks Shakur above Tank, Devin Haney, and Ryan Garcia. She considers Stevenson the more complete boxer, pointing to his technical ability, experience, and difficult style as major advantages. Shields believes that if the long-awaited showdown with Davis finally happens, Shakur has enough skill and composure to control the action, neutralize Tank's strengths, and ultimately